Hello everybody, and today we are doing What If Deku has a nine-tails fox inside of him, part 2. And yeah, so, by the way guys, next pool will be if you guys want me to do Naruto with us. Just want to let y'all know that. Because I'm currently reading the manga and the anime, so I'm trying to get as much knowledge in as possible. Currently, I'm at the Sasuke versus Naruto fight on the first and second Hokage statue. So that's season 5 of the original Naruto. And I can understand if that's a little disappointing, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I'm currently getting as much information in me as possible for that. Yeah, so this is Otaku. Onto the video. Okay, everybody. So we continue this off. When Deku is very devastated by its disapproval, and Izuku just says to himself, "Oh, okay," as he walks out of the building. And Izuku, who is very downed out about this, starts thinking to himself, maybe he's right. Maybe even with my quirk, I can't do much with it. I can do ninjutsu, the other ones yet. I can't do anything else. But my original quirk, the orange aura, it never comes out, and I don't know why. As Izuku starts pondering this to himself, as he quickly sees an orange explosion of fire and flames in the distance, as Izuku's like, oh, explosion, as he quickly sprints towards it. And when he eventually gets to where the crowd is, he starts jumping up and sees in front of him that his friend Katsuki Bakugo is getting suffocated by the sludge villain that he had sawn earlier. As Izuku looks over to his best friend, as he's like, Kajan! As Bakugo thinks to himself, don't save me, nerd, it's not worth it. As Izuku quickly gets in front of the crowd, as the heroes try and stop him, but Izuku, with 4 shadow clones, starts running towards him. Okay, guys. Also, I'll say just for story purposes and, for it to make a little sense, ninjutsu had been a quirk that was common in the Midoriya family, aka Hisashi's family. And Izuku was left, as like a parting gift from Hisashi, a scroll of ninjutsu and how to learn them and everything. And it was like the scroll of the main jutsu and the very strong ones. So yeah. And when the sludge fun quickly slaps all of the Izukus into the wall, and he's like, that was easy. As Izuku, the real one, comes out of a street sign on the sidewalk, and Izuku throws his a kunai at the sludge villain, but the sludge villain with its slime just covers its eye and quickly whaps it away. And Izuku's like, yes, as he jumps onto a building and jumps off of it. And the sludge villain's like, this gets crazy, as he goes to whap him out of the air into the ground. And Izuku thinking, yes, I can finally use what I've been learning for the last 4 years. As he says, Rasengan, as he slams the massive Rasengan into the sludge villain. And the sludge villain explodes immediately. And Alma, who was watching this, who was just about to buff up, is like, Holy crap. That kid's insane. And to think I said he couldn't be a hero. As Izuku then drops to the ground, exhausted heavily. And he can barely get up from how exhausted he is. As the heroes are like, that was very dangerous, kid. And they begin scolding him. And the other heroes begin praising Bakugo for his for his tons of resilience and his very strong quirk. All Might says, maybe I approach this kid. But Mirio, this kid had the heart and everything. What to do? As Izuku had already quickly ran home to tell his mother that he completed the Rasengan finally. And by that time, he had already, I want to say, he'd been practicing 2 jutsu for the last 4 years, since he was ever in, we'll say, around 5th grade. And Izuku quickly gets out of the hero's way and says, "Kamui," as he quickly teleports to his parents' house. And when Izuku arrives on the door, he's like, how did that work out? As Izuku falls onto the porch, also kicking the door in the process, as Inko's mother is like, who is it? As Izuku's like, hi, Mom. I finally did it. And she's like, which one? As Izuku says, both. The Kamui and the Rasengan. As Inko's like, oh, that's great, Izuku. I'm so proud of you. I think you have a very good shot at being a hero now. Not that you didn't before or anything. As Izuku's like, no, it's fine, Mom. It's fine. I really wasn't that strong before. As Inko's like, you're so kind, Izuku. And Izuku now started his training to maybe harness some of the Ninetales chakra that he had sealed inside of him. And Izuku had already knew that his father probably didn't go to America, because Inko, she really never told. When she told Izuku about Hisashi, it was always, oh, he's at work. But, Izuku secretly knew deep down that there's no way he was in America for this long. His job wouldn't keep that from them for this long. So Izuku assumed his father was dead. Nope. He's all for one. Anyway, Izuku, thinking, so with the seal on my chest, maybe it has something to do with the orange quirk. As Izuku begins trying to harness it for a couple months. And Izuku starts thinking, okay, what's something that gets me mad? As he thinks about his mother dying. And this immediately snaps something into him. As he starts getting angry and wild up. And the Kyuubi chakra begins to influence him. And his eyes turn orange with a singular pupil in the middle of it being very, very thin. As Izuku begins howling out in anger, Izuku begins gaining control, and eventually he gets one tail out of his back and says, yes, finally, as he quickly falls unconscious, and the Kyuubi chakra leaving him. But he teleports into his mindscape because of all the exhaustion he'd endured that day. And when Izuku arrives in his mindscape, says, where am I? As he quickly turns around to see a massive cage behind him, like, what the? Huh? As he sees someone wandering in the darkness. As Izuku's like, who are you? Or what are you? As the nine-tailed fox is like, ooh, smart. As the nine-tailed fox quickly walks up to the cage the cage's front side and says, I am the nine-tailed fox. I am what is inside of you. You are my vessel, to be exact. That power you gained a couple minutes ago, that was my power. I was around, I'll say, 5%. As obviously, guys, that wasn't the strongest form of one-tailed. You know, he wasn't actually trying to hurt anyone. And Izuku's like, amazing. But that power was so powerful. As Ninetales is like, you really don't understand how powerful I am, boy. I could do anything. I could probably defeat that precious All Might you call the number one hero. Because now he's not in his prime. And I want to account for this, guys. All Might, instead of one injury, had 2 injuries. One on where his intestines were, obviously, and one on his left leg, which left his entire left leg just destroyed. So, you know, he had a very much mechanical leg, but, you know, not completely. Most of the insides were mechanical. So, Izuku was like, amazing. You injured All Might. So how do I gain your chakra? Or, that's what my mother calls it, your power. As the Ninetales is like, you'll need lots of training. You'll have to be lots stronger than what you are currently. As Izuku's like, okay, do you think 7 months can suffice? As the Ninetales is like, only 7 months? No. To master all of my chakra will take years upon years. I'll say, maybe around 7? That's just a rough guesstimate, guys. I don't know when Naruto mastered his. Anyway, Izuku, thinking to himself, okay, is that it? As the Ninetales says, for now, that is all I have to speak with you. Be gone. As Izuku teleports back onto the beach, it says, that was amazing. His power, his bloodlust, it was intense. I'll never stand up to that. As Izuku goes on to train for the 7 more months, slowly gaining more and more power of the one tail. And I don't mean Shigaku, guys. So Izuku, with his one tail out of 9, going into the entrance exam, being very confident now, saying, I'll be able to destroy the robots. So, you know, he was quite overconfident. And, yeah, that's what we'll be leaving off for part 2, guys. And, yeah, if you guys want me to do Naruto What Ifs, put that in the poll. And, yeah, this is Otaku signing off. Bye-bye.